Today, a stunning reversal by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, and one that really should have happened weeks ago. DA Alvin Bragg is finally dropping the murder charge against that convenience store employee, Jose Alba. His office finally saying they can't prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in a case that always looked like a clear case of self-defense. So here's a liberal prosecutor dogged by a soft on crime reputation attempting to bring the hammer down on a guy who, in this case, doesn't deserve it, now forced to reverse himself after nearly a month of outrage and calls for his office to show some common sense. The question I'll be asking is, why did it take this long? Did he just finally give in to the pressure? But first, here's what happened. 51-year-old Jose Alba charged with second-degree murder after fatally stabbing 35-year-old career criminal Austin Simon to death back on July the 1st. Alba was working at a bodega in Harlem when a woman tried to pay for food, but her card was declined. She argued with Alba, then left and came back with her boyfriend, Simon, who went behind the counter and confronted Alba, who you can hear on the video says he doesn't want any trouble.
Papa. Come on, Papa. What's up with you? I don't want a problem, Papa. What's wrong with you? I don't do nothing. Why you snatch anything I ain't?
Simon pushes Alba, who grabs a knife he kept under the counter, and stabbed Simon to death. Keep in mind, Alba, the clerk, 61, 5'7", Simon was 35 and 6 foot. Simon was out on parole at the time after being in prison for assaulting a police officer. Another camera angle of the altercation even shows Simon's girlfriend pulling a knife from her purse and stabbing Alba herself 3 times. Today, prosecutors say she will not be charged with a crime. In a motion filed today, Bragg's office writing, "Following an investigation, the people have determined that we cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was not justified in his use of deadly physical force. As such, the people will not be presenting the case to a grand jury." Meanwhile, while they were investigating, Alba, the clerk, was at Rikers Island, home to some of the most notorious criminals in New York City, with his bail set at $250,000, and that was half of what prosecutors had initially asked for. Half. After 5 nights behind bars, a judge eventually reduced the bail and set Alba free after a lot of public outcry. Even the mayor was calling for these charges to be dropped. Police had initially arrested Alba at the scene. The DA then charged him with second-degree murder and asked for that sky-high bond because they claimed Alba was a flight risk due to a previously planned family trip to the Dominican Republic. The judge agreed, and so Alba sat in jail. As public outrage grew, the DA insisted his office was continuing to gather evidence in the case, but putting off its presentation to a grand jury, despite calls for the charges against him to be dropped. Finally, after the case started gaining national attention, prosecutors agreed to a new reduced bail package of $50,000 with Alba's lawyer. Alba still had to wear an ankle bracelet, surrender his passport, was not allowed to leave New York, which an assistant DA at the time said, quote, will ensure the fact that the defendant will not go to the Dominican Republic, as he planned to. All of that for a case that so clearly would have never stood up in front of a jury. Joining me now is Adam Kaufmann, former executive assistant district attorney in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Adam, welcome back to the show. Appreciate it. All right, so
Thanks,
give me a sense, take me inside. What happened here? I mean, was this purely just a case of public pressure weighing on the DA and him finally saying, we're just not going to do it?
Yeah, you know, it looks that way. I mean, first, you give a lot of credit to the New York Post for following this case and putting it out in public. You know, I think the pressure from the bodega workers coming down and protesting in front of the district attorney's office, all of that had to play some role. But it really, you watch that video and you scratch your head and wonder how this guy, how they even asked for bail on this guy. You know, you give credit for finally coming to the right decision. But even to ask for bail on this just seems outrageous to me. Here's a guy who's clearly defending himself. Some cases really need investigation, and you dig into them, and while the case is pending, you find new facts and new information that might lead you to change your position. But here, the case there was nothing really new. If you read the motion to dismiss the case, everything that they list in their report of the investigation, they already knew. It's all on the video.
Right, and I'm gonna ask my team to show that other angle where you can see some of exactly what was happening there. But explain to me what happened here. So the DA files charges and then brings it to a grand jury. I mean, what happened as a legal matter here?
Right. So what happens is the incident happens on July 1, and so the defendant, Mr. Alba, was arraigned on July 2, and bail is set. Under New York law, if bail is set, the DA has 6 days to go to the grand jury, or the defendant is released on his own recognizance because the DA hasn't acted with the grand jury. So here it looks like, and it wasn't clear to me whether the case was indicted or not. That wasn't clear to me from the paper.
Me either. Yeah.
But it looks like the DA decided to move forward with murder 2 charges, and at the same time agreed to reduce the bail, which is in and of itself, that seems inherently inconsistent. If it's a murder 2 case, then you would want higher bail, not lower bail. But to move forward on murder 2, on what we saw there, just seems outrageous to me. And I'm glad for Mr. Alba that the DA finally came to the right decision.
I wonder.
It's hard to understand what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder whether this was his effort to sort of avoid being pegged as soft on crime, right? This is a guy who's constantly being pegged as soft on crime. He just picked the absolute wrong case to try to prove the opposite.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there was always an old poster of Frank Hogan in the lobby of the office with the political slogan, "You can't play politics with people's lives." I'd like to think that Mr. Bragg was not doing that, and that he at least had the courage to reverse a bad decision when it came up. But it's hard to say. There's a lot of mixed messages coming out of my former office now.
Yeah. All right, Adam Kaufmann, thanks so much for coming back on the show. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.